Time for our hot pick section. When we look at the world of mining and commodities, gold stocks stand out this year, but obviously it is a wide world, and we wanted to talk about some areas that might be worthy of your consideration and some stocks that could be good picks for your portfolio. So to do that, we've invited Taylor McKenna onto the program. He's an analyst at Kopernik Global Investors. Taylor, it's nice to have you with us. It's been such a wild year of monitoring the commodity world, in no small part because of the tariffs. But when you look at the sectors of the commodity space for opportunity right now, what really stands out to you sort of in terms of the kind of business that you're watching closely?
Sure. Hi, John. It's great to be here with you today. And as you may be aware, we've liked gold and gold mining stocks for a long time, and we still do. But with some of this recent uplift in the gold price, we actually are transitioning, and we actually like other things a lot better right now, including platinum. And I'm happy to go into details there. We're also finding value outside of mining as well in emerging markets.
All right, and what would be the standout comment on platinum and why you see more opportunity there right now in an investment tied to that versus, say, a gold play?
Sure. Platinum is actually trading well below the price of gold right now, and the long-term average ratio is 1-to-1. So with platinum trading around $1,000 and gold above $3,000, there's a big spread there, much bigger than there's been historically. There's also supply leaving the platinum market because prices are so low, and no one is building new mines right now, or not many companies are building new mines. So there's a supply deficit in the market, something that we also like. Platinum's also been money. It's actually rarer than gold, so it has those characteristics as well. So we're really liking platinum right now.
Okay, so let's get into some pick ideas. Anglo American Platinum is an example that you brought today. I think people know Anglo American as a standalone stock, but this is Anglo American Platinum.
Right. This is a platinum business in South Africa. Anglo American Platinum is part of the Anglo Group. And this company actually is the largest platinum producer in the world. It has the best mine in South Africa. It has decades long of mine life, close to 100 years. So there's incredible optionality to higher prices. The balance sheet is in great shape. And the other characteristic that we like is, while this is a PGM company with platinum and palladium as the two major outputs from their mines, they also have gold and rhodium. Both gold and rhodium make up about 10 to 12% of production. So in this low market for PGMs, actually the gold and rhodium help them get by, and they do okay at current prices. If the platinum price were to rise just back to 1,500, that would provide incredible optionality and a lot of upside to these share prices. So we see very little downside and a lot of upside at current prices.
Okay, let's keep going through some investment ideas here. K&S is on your list, and it caught my attention because my daughter's science teacher said, look at fertilizer as an investment opportunity for the long term. She's just learning about the stock market right now. Tell us a little bit more about K&S.
Sure. John, all of us have to eat, so that could be why your daughter's learning about it in science right now. K+S has one of the larger potash producing mines in the world, both in Germany and in Canada. They're trading well below book value, well below what we think they're worth. And what's really important for these mines is they actually fuel the food that's grown by the farmers on a global basis. So this helps us all eat, and we also like the value of the company right now as well.
Okay, and then finally, I know you mentioned that given the run-up we've already seen in some of the gold names, maybe you're a little bit more lukewarm, broadly speaking, but you've highlighted Seabridge Gold as a name that you're constructive on. How come?
So far, most of the uplift in the gold mining space has been with the royalty companies and the large miners. A lot of these undeveloped projects, or companies that have undeveloped projects like Seabridge, called KSM in Canada, have been left out. So we still see incredible upside and optionality to higher prices. A couple important statistics is, if you look at it from a gold reserves and resources perspective, Seabridge has 50% of the amount of reserves and reserves and resources that Barrick has, but it's trading at 4% of the market value. So there's a wide range there. We think it's far too wide. Mining's a depleting business, and eventually these large companies like Barrick and Newmont will need new projects, and Seabridge has one of the best.
Okay, really helpful context, and it's among the analysts who cover it, they're generally optimistic as well. Taylor, thanks very much for your perspective. Great to have you with us on Hot Picks today.
Thanks, John, for having me.
Taylor McKenna joining us from Kopernik Global Investors. Time for a quick break.